Hello everyone, Charcoal here, and welcome back to a closer look. Today we're looking at the LeafWings. I'll be going over their biology, society, and history, then giving them an overall score. And it should go without saying this video will contain a lot of spoilers for book 15 as well as the third arc in general, so if you haven't read it, this is your chance to click off. You have been warned. Let's get started. LeafWings have a rather slender build, with the main feature obviously being their leaf-shaped wings. They also have an extra leaf on the end of their tail, and long horns that are apparently quite flat compared to other tribes. Some LeafWings can be born with a special ability called Leaf Speak, which basically allows them to talk to plants, influence them, control them, and help them grow. This power is genetic and varies in strength from dragon to dragon. Not a leaf speaker? Well, then you're on your own for biological weapons. We don't know anything about the LeafWing Kingdom before the Tree Wars, but we do know how they lived in present day. The tribe was split into two factions. There were the Poison Wings, who were very violent and militaristic and lived near the edge of the poison jungle. They tended to name their dragonets after poisonous plants like sundew. And there were also the Sapwings, who were much calmer and open-minded and lived further into the jungle. Their dragonets are all named after trees like willow. And that's pretty much it. Like, I'm actually struggling to think of more stuff to say here. I guess let's move on to history. Just over 5,000 years ago, Pyria was a continent ruled by 3 human empires. After a long campaign led by Cottonmouth to steal dragon eggs from their nests, the dragons retaliated by burning down human civilization in an event known today as the Scorching. After the Scorching, the LeafWings eventually evolved from whatever dragons existed at the time, if LeafWings didn't exist already, and at some point came into conflict with the other tribes. They, along with the Beetlewings, fled Pyria and went west to Pantala. They arrived to find Pantala overgrown with a plant called the Breath of Evil, which unbeknownst to them was being used by Cottonmouth to control all the animals on the continent. They were able to clear almost all of the vines away, leaving what little was left in the poison jungle. The Beetlewings and LeafWings lived together for a long time, with the LeafWings being the more dominant of the two, until Clearsight showed up about 2,000 years before present day. I went over her escapades with the Beetlewings in the Silken Hive video, so let's skip to 50 years before present day. By that point, the Pantalan tribes each had their own kingdoms, and the LeafWing queen was Queen Sequoia. When Queen Wasp of the Hivewings started making false claims that the LeafWings were supposed to give up their kingdom and bow to her, Sequoia refused, which triggered a decades-long conflict known as the Tree Wars. During the war, a LeafWing named Hawthorne rediscovered the Breath of Evil and devised a plan to trick Wasp into eating it to control her. However, this backfired by instead giving her the power to inject and control others. Sequoia banished Hawthorne to solitude in the poison jungle until he could find a cure for the Breath of Evil. Meanwhile, the war continued and the LeafWings were pushed back into the poison jungle. Sometime later, the two opposing factions formed. The Poison Wing leader broke off while Sequoia remained leader of the Sapwings. In present day, a poison wing named Sundew, along with her parents, are sent out on a mission and encounter Blue, Cricket, and Swordtail. Sundew helps the group steal the Book of Clearsight and later break Blue out of the Flamesilk factory. After arriving back in the poison jungle, Sundew, Cricket, and a few others travel into the jungle to find Hawthorne. By now, Hawthorne thinks he has a cure for the Breath of Evil, but it's actually the Breath of Evil possessing and tricking him. When the Hivewing army shows up, they burn the supposed cure to get them to inhale it, but discover it's the Breath of Evil. Many LeafWings are put under its control, and the remaining ones evacuate Pantala. Before the Exodus, Queen Sequoia temporarily passes the position of queen to her great-granddaughter Hazel. After arriving on Pyria, Hazel represents all 3 Pantalan tribes in a summit with the other queens to decide what to do about the whole situation. She sends Sundew as the LeafWing representative going back to Pantala, where she helps to rescue Moonwatcher after she gets captured. Once the Breath of Evil is destroyed, the LeafWings join the Silkwings in forming a new joint kingdom with an entire assembly as its governing body. And that is where the LeafWings' history, at least so far, ends. So, my final thoughts? Well, this was unexpectedly short, and I don't think the only reason was the fact that I exclusively wrote this script on any given day between midnight and 1 AM. The LeafWings have great designs and powers, but they're lacking so much on the society front, despite us having an entire book taking place in their kingdom. Going into this, I probably would have given them a 7 out of 10, but making this video has actually changed my opinion on them a bit. I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10, placing them together with their Pantalan brethren. Time for this week's featured fan art. We've got pieces from JoJo Arts, Sukuna Matata, Water Whisper, Wings of Dawn, and Silvertail. Thanks a bunch, guys, and if any of you want to submit your own fan art, you can do so in my Discord server. Now, there's only one closer look left, and if you look back at the ones I've already done, you can probably guess which one it is. This has been Wings of Charcoal, and I will see you all on July 1st.